What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Path of Exile, and I've kind of been holding off making this video because 1.0 released on Wednesday. A lot of you guys will be aware of that. Unfortunately, a lot of the guides and such had changed, and so I wasn't really quite sure what I was going to build. All of the stuff had changed, all the classes and the skill tree had kind of worked its way a little bit differently because of the way the Scion, which is, I believe, this here in the middle, because she was starting here, it kind of changed the way some of these outer classes worked, and there were a lot of nerfs, etc., etc. So I am going to be playing a duelist for now. There is a build on the forums called the Blender build. Previously it relied on cleave. Now it is focused on dual strike, and I believe using multi-strike as a support gem. I'm still pretty new, so not quite sure, but I did want to show you guys a couple things you guys may want to look into before it expires, because next week, I think it is the last time you're going to be able to get this stuff. They've got some cool Halloween stuff. You've got the Black Cat, if that's your deal. There's Mittens. Hi, Mittens. How you doing, buddy? You can see him. He runs around with you whenever you run around, which is kind of cool. That's, you know, I mean, that's cool if you like cats, but this is the really cool thing. A fucking severed hand, dude. Look at him. That's fucking disgusting. I like how he's just tapping his fingers. Like, what's up, dude? You're gonna hurry the fuck up. This is boring, man. I'm dying here. I'm absolutely dying here. And he's a severed hand. My favorite part of the Halloween update, that was this right here. Put this on. See my head? Here. See my big,
time for that soon
see my big ugly head? Say goodbye. Pooh! I have now a severed meat stump for a head, which is pretty fucking cool, I think. So that right there is my favorite. That plus my little severed hand. He's following me around trying to find my head for me. So that's available till, I think, next week. You can get it right here. You can get it individually if you like, or you can get it as a set. Kind of depends. There is a link in the video description below where you can get points for a little bit cheaper than you can on the site if that's something that you're interested in. So think about that. Plus, if you purchase it from that site, it does help support my channel because I get about 10% of the sales profits as well. So keep that in mind. You want to help me out, want to be a decapitated corpse in Path of Exile, think about using that link down there and you'll be good to go. I do want to talk a bit about this build, though. I did get kind of lucky with some of my items. I got 2 yellow items here, as you can see, and they're pretty good, actually. I was kind of surprised. I think that might have something to do with the fact that I am playing on the Hardcore League. I had originally planned on not playing on the Hardcore League because, well, when you die, you know, everything disappears. But there's just something, like, if you play a non-hardcore, it just doesn't feel like the excitement level's just not there. You know, you feel like you can just, no, you know, I died again, oh well, you know, I can just go back. But, you know, when you're playing in hardcore, it's like, oh, son of a bitch, if I die again, you know, if I die, it's it, you know. So you have to kind of be careful of what you do. You kind of have to plan ahead. You have to, you know, make sure you're not moving too quickly, and it's a little bit of a different experience. So, you know, it's kind of a rush. At the same time, if you're prone to rage, it's something I don't recommend you doing. One of the nice things, though, is about the way Path of Exile does things is your stash is league based. So right now I'm in the Hardcore League. Now it's not the, I forget what the name of the league actually is. It's the special 4-month Hardcore League that they've got going. It's not Onslaught, it's not Domination. Domination is a softcore. I forget. Before I put this video up, I'll have it, I'll put it in the title so that you guys can see which league I'm talking about. But it is one of the 2 special leagues that they've got going on. So, also, a lot of you guys may be looking at how easy I'm killing these mobs. That is entirely because of the gear I got. I got, like I said, real lucky with the gear that I got set up. So I'm kind of dropping bodies pretty hard, which is really freaking nice because, you know, I tried, my first character I was playing a witch because back in the day when I played Diablo, I loved summoners. But the problem with those classes in Path of Exile is they take forever. I mean, like, they suck forever. I mean, like, they don't get good till like the 60s. So, you know, and I don't know, there's just something about, you know, usually in Diablo I didn't like the melee classes because, you know, obviously you got to get up, you got to get close and personal, and, you know, when you're, especially when you're doing hardcore, that can be a real problem. But, you know, Path of Exile, the way they do melee is, is pretty good. I mean, obviously, you still have problems. You still got to be careful. You know, you still can't just walk in and just get face raped and surrounded, kind of like I am right now, which is kind of scary. Holy crap. Of course, these guys aren't doing really much any damage at all, thanks to my my spec. Now, the spec that I go, like I said, it's called the Blender spec. I will post the link in the video description below. So for those of you guys who kind of want to follow along with me, you're more than welcome to. I will probably do videos of me fighting the bosses in the areas as soon as, you know, assuming I'm smart enough to know where the bosses are. This is my first playthrough, so I only really know where one of the bosses is. And then after that, I'm kind of lost. But as you can see right here, this is the duelist starting spot. According to the guide, you can also start as a scion, which is up here, or you can start as the marauder, which I think is either here or here. I forget which. But if you start off as the duelist, you're going to have a lot easier time. And early on, you're going to take both of these trees by the time you hit like your 30s. But if you take these over here, these are kind of nice. You get more life. You get a lot more melee damage, 1% regen, 12% maximum life, 8. So between these, it's like, what, 30% extra life plus 12, which is pretty significant. So it's definitely a good idea to go down this side of it first, in my opinion, because it just gives you a little bit more survivability. And, you know, when you first think of that, it's like, oh, well, how much survivability is, you know, that really? Well, you know, when you're getting your ass kicked by some of these monsters, it's kind of a big deal. You know, you don't want to get just splatterized all over. I mean, maybe when you're not playing in hardcore, when you're playing softcore, you know, obviously then you can go full glass cannon because it don't matter if you die, no biggie. But, you know, here, you know, when you die and you lose, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours worth of work and, you know, you're in tears, your life's over, you know, that's a little bit of a different setup. So you want to kind of be careful with that. One of the other things I want to mention for people who may be new like myself, if you've ever played Diablo, you know that if you hold the Alt key, then the Alt key will tell you basically what all loot is around here. Well, Path of Exile actually has a way to where you can turn that on all the time, and I believe Diablo does as well. But if you just hit the Z key, you'll notice that all of that will just basically stay on, so you don't have to worry about it, which is nice. Oh, you froze me solid! Oh, and I one-shot you. Okay, well, I kind of feel bad about that now. You just froze me, and I cut you into little pieces. Of course, none of these guys are dropping any loot, so I can't show. Oh, screw this guy, screw you. Kill him, 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 kill him. Oh, he's a boss. He's a boss. Mini boss. You can see how fast I killed him, though. That is the nice thing about this build. Survivability and massive amounts of damage. Pick both these. So anyways, you can see here, if I press Z, they disappear. If I press Z, they come back. You don't have to hold that down. This is holding Alt, and I have to hold Alt. As soon as I let off Alt, they disappear. So for me personally, I kind of prefer to play with Z up, and it just makes things a little bit easier. But to give you guys just one more quick general idea, you can see we're going to be going down this tree, up here, down into this area, over here. From there, we're going to come down through this tree, picking up all of these health nodes down here to elemental resistances, which is going to give me just a little bit more health. We're going to come over here. We're going to pick up these, which is a little bit more physical damage. And then I believe we're going to then come down this side of the tree, which is just basically more damage and such. And we're going to get to this point here, which is kind of a little bit more survivability. So like this whole side of the tree is pretty much a mixture of survivability and damage. I won't be really doing a whole hell of a lot of damage until I get some more of the support gems that I need and some of the gear. For those of you guys who don't know, the way Path of Exile works is, unlike like Diablo or so, there's very few abilities that you'll get here. Occasionally you'll have some keystones, like some of these over here, which will give you some specific I guess I would say gameplay changes, but for the most part all of your skills are based on the gems that you find, and each of the gems, like EXP, and I'll show you guys that here in just a second once I murder this frickin' thing. There we go. Kill these little fuckers. One more, two more, 3, 4. Oh my god, they're coming out of the woodwork. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh, call the Orchid Man. Okay, let's just burn these little shits down. Bam, bam, bam. That's why I love this class. It just murderizes. Of course. They just keep coming. Alright. Kill, 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 kill. Alright, are we good? Everybody dead? No, we got one more down here. I just realized for this whole video I've had my sound off. I do apologize for that. I have a tendency to play this while watching TV, and when you're watching, you know, Sons of Anarchy, you don't want to hear all the little spell casting icons. Kill that guy! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! No! Don't let him away! Alright, there we go. Alright, now we just clear all the minions. See, that was so hard because there were like 5 little summoner mobs there, and that's my hand. Okay! So we were talking about the gems. You're going to notice over here, like I just picked up Superior Cold Snap. Let's see, right up here I'm using, well, I've got Cleave, but I'm not really using it. Where did I put, there it is, Dual Strike. This is the ability I've got. Now you can see down here in the bottom it's got 1631 of 2560 hit point or experience points. As I kill monsters, that's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can level multiple gems. Well, unfortunately I don't have anything that's linked on this setup, but see this gem right here? You've got 2 gems, you got a red and a blue. In between them there's an empty space. Well, they have what they call links, and with links, the blue and the red would be connected with a little bar. And when that little bar does, is it basically changes some of the abilities or increases some of the perks, or, you know, makes that ability better. So for instance, you know, you can get something for this, which will, right now this is a single target ability, which means it only kills 1 target. Whereas I could get something like, I believe it's the multi-strike support gem. With multi-strike, it turns this into an AoE ability, so where it's not just hitting 1 target, now it's hitting multiple targets. So you get something like a 6 link, and that's 6 gems linked together, which I believe is the best in the game, and you can really change some of the abilities. You know, something that, you know, might be a mediocre ability at first look, the way it's, you know, normally set up, but with a few support gems, all of a sudden it turns into something absolutely freaking amazing. So we're going to be changing some of that up. Let's go ahead and turn the sound effects. There we go. That ought to be enough. Save. Yes, that's fine. So that should change the way some of the stuff is going to be played out, and I have a feeling this is going to get significantly stronger. This build, a lot of people thought was going to be nerfed pretty heavily in the patch because apparently they castrated Cleave, which was prior the main method by which people killed things with this setup. But with Dual Strike here and apparently multi-strike, the class is actually pretty solid. So I'm looking forward to seeing how far I can get. If anybody would like to make a poll in the comments section, seeing how far Pyro will get before he dies. Am I just hitting the walls? Yeah. Here I am just attacking the dirt. It's like, die, cave wall! But if anybody would like to make a over-under poll on what time I will die, like what level, feel free to leave that in the comments section, and the winner will give you something special. Also, we do have a guild available on the server. This is on the North American server or the American server. Feel free to apply here. You can just add me as a friend and then send me a message, and I'll get you added to the guild. I'm not quite sure how many slots we have available. I do know that under the guild tabs over here, they do sell 10 extra members for $10. It gets kind of pricey, so I'll probably end up kicking the, you know, external people who haven't logged in a while. However, you know, if you want to play, you are more than welcome to, and we've got a guild tab and a few other things, so we'd love to see you guys on here. And don't forget, like I mentioned, the Halloween flare stuff is only available from now until the end of the month. So as soon as Halloween rolls past, you will no longer be able to be the severed head anymore, which, I mean, just look at that, dude. That looks fucking badass. Severed head. I got my little foot, or I guess that's an arm, yeah. 1, 2. Does he only have... No, he has 5 fingers. Okay. I thought he only had 4 fingers for a second. I was like, man, not only is he missing his torso, but poor bastard's also missing a finger. I mean, if you saw that coming at you right there, that's pretty scary. I mean, look at this. You know, you got the headless corpse, you got the severed hand. I'm pretty freaked out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. You guys want to see some more Path of Exile. I'll be doing some group stuff with me, Cosmic, and Swegden in the next couple weeks as well. So if you like this video, make sure you slap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next clip.